Great to see you back for another game explanation from Teacher Caroline. Today, I'm going to introduce you to the game You and Me. And it's all about that. About yourself, but also about the person you're playing the game with. So you're actually going to get to know each other better. But in this game, you have all kinds of choices. You can choose which boards you want to play, and you can decide what you want to talk about. You also have a cross and a hand. I'll explain what those mean in a moment. I'm going to choose to explain the game to you in a moment using this board. When you start, you also choose a color of the dots. Do you want to talk about emotions? Do you want to talk about your favorite fruit, the color of where you live, or who you live in a house with? Or do you want to talk about your favorite food? Which game you like to play? Which present you would like to have, or about your hair color? In a moment, I'm going to play the game with the blue dot. So I'll take that one and put it in a bag. You also have to put these two in. This means you have to skip a turn. So if you draw this card later, you have to skip a turn. That's a bit of a shame. And this means you have to put a token back. That's not so nice either. So hopefully you won't pick this one too often. You also choose a game board. I'm going to play the game I just mentioned to you. And with this game, I take 16 squares. You see all kinds of pictures here. I'll briefly explain them so you know what they mean. This is a picture of yourself in the mirror. So if you tell something about yourself, you can put a little fish on it later. This is your sister or little sister. Your dad, what could that be? Exactly, your pet, mom, your brother or little brother, grandpa. And here you see another picture of grandma. I'm going to gather all the things I need for the game. Will you wait with me for a moment? So now I have the two game boards that I'm going to play with my friend or girlfriend. The chips and the cards with the blue dots that I just showed you in the bag, we're going to use these things to actually play the game. In a moment, you'll decide who gets to start. For this explanation video, I'm going to start. You reach into the bag and pick a card. Oh, I picked a card that says, who do you live with in one house? I'll put the card in front of me for a moment so I can think. Who will I? About whom am I going to tell something? Hey, I'm going to tell something about my little sister. My little sister lives in the house with my little brother, her father, and her mother. Coincidentally, that's also my father and mother. So I place it on my little sister. Now it's my buddy's turn. But that's a bit complicated since I'm sitting here alone. So I'll just give a few examples about myself. Of course, I put this card back in the bag, draw again, and pick a new card. Hey, I pick another card. Who do you live with in a house? Ah, I choose my grandpa. Because my grandpa lives in the house with my grandma. So I place it on my grandpa. Then I put the card back again. Ah, well, look at that. I picked this one. Well, then I'll just take my mother, because my mother lives in the house with my father, me, my little brother, and my little sister. That's nice, because now my partner already knows that I have a little brother and a little sister and a mom and dad. Another card. Oh, now I've picked a different one. Now I've picked the house. Now you're going to tell where you live. Let's have a look. You know what? I'll tell you something about myself, because I actually live in Woerden. So I'll put it on myself. Look, on myself. I'll give you one more example. What will it be this time? Ooh, an apple? What fruit do you like to eat the most? Ah, I know. My grandpa, because my grandpa actually likes to eat. Oh, I already did grandpa. But you know, now I actually mean my dad, because yes, he also really likes to eat that. My dad loves to eat delicious strawberries the most, so I'll put it on my dad. This way, you can tell each other a whole lot about yourself, your family, and also your buddy. This way, you get to know each other a little better. I'm really curious, when you play the game, if you'll manage to fill your entire board with chips using the cards from this bag. If you do, then you've done a fantastic job and you've shared a lot about yourself. You know what you shouldn't forget, by the way? There are also two special cards included. This one means you don't get to share anything this turn, so you have to skip your turn. And this card means you have to put a chip back. For example, if you choose to put back the chip for Grandpa, you can of course share something new about your Grandpa later in the game. Well, I'm curious to see if you really get to know each other well, and I wish you lots of fun with it. And see you next time. Bye!